Okay, guys, what is up? And we are back for round number 2. The PPG presents Dragon Ball Super Regional here at beautiful Richmond, Virginia. We have a heck of a match for you guys. Here we have Jason Coppola on the left playing Zamasu, guys. Insane. So cool. On the right, we have Sawyer playing SS3 Goku. Good old SS3 Goku. So real quick, before we get really started in this game, we're going to take a look at the new and improved sideboard cam for you guys. Take a look at both these players' lives, see what's in there, see what we can figure out from this. So Jason, has some pretty powerful cards in his life that could matter. For example, he does have his objection, and objection is a huge part of what he wants to do to get ahead of his opponent. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to match SS3's energy acceleration with energy acceleration of his own, and then use his ability, his awakened ability, which allows him to mill the top 10 cards of his of his deck instead of taking the life, to be able to stall out this very quick blue-yellow SS3. Now, on Sawyer's side, his life looks fine. Not that many high-impact cards. He has Unbreakable Goku, which could matter. Videls, also 2 Videls, is kind of unfortunate, and he does have a Bardock. These cards are good cards and important cards in the deck, but definitely aren't going to be make it or break it cards, especially in this matchup, which will probably go a long time. Guys, do not forget, if you guys have any questions at all, let us know at Pro Play Games Live in the chat, and we will answer those questions as soon as possible. Always love hanging out with you guys and talking to you guys. The life count is 5 to 8. Sorry, 7. Literally just took a life as soon as I said that. Definitely a really, really cool matchup. Jason having a very strong hand against Sawyer's aggression here. Does have Sensu Beans, which is what he needs. He's probably going to let Sawyer attack him here a couple times, though. He definitely wants to, get some cards in his hand. I don't think he's going to be too worried about the aggression so far, but we'll see what he decides to do. A well-placed Sensu Bean can shut down the aggression very quickly of the blue-yellow SS3. Sawyer swapping into another Goten. And he's going to attack. 10,000 and 10,000. Look at the top 3 here. See if he gets any way to extend his plays. Gets a Flute and another Goten. And a card I can't quite make out. I think it's the Swap Searcher or Swap Fetcher, I suppose, but I can't exactly make it out. And it looks like he's just going to take the Goten. I like that, Goten being a very powerful card. And it looks like he's shuffling the Swap Searcher to the bottom. Sorry, with some pretty dead cards in hand. I don't think these Flying Nemesis are going to be too great in this matchup. And he's going to use the Trunks to ready 1 yellow energy, going up to 15k and a 10k. It's going to be the end of his combo step, passing to Jason here, which is he's just going to take it. Looks like he got the Flute from that take. No, he actually didn't. He didn't get the Flute. All right, sorry, taking a quick second to shuffle through his hand here. Probably going to play out this Bardock, which he's going to do. Take a life, go to 4, or 3, I'm sorry, which is going to allow him to get a couple more cards in his hand here. 3 to 6. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, 3 to 5, actually. I'll tell you, if Zamasu can stall the game out, it's very possible that he can just grind out these SS3 Goku decks. These decks, are very good at killing themselves, but using that self-harm to extend their plays and continue to put aggression. But if that aggression doesn't lead to a kill, then a lot of the times they're very vulnerable on the swing back. And I'm afraid for Sawyer here that it might result in that. I do need to fix Sawyer's name too, actually. He is 1-0. Both these players are 1-0. The record set up for you guys. So I can look at the top 3. Probably going to take this Piccolo. He's actually going to take the Flute. Interesting that Sawyer would pass up the Piccolo for a Flute. Piccolo being very good, both offensively and defensively. Being able to draw him more cards. Putting a Piccolo on the bottom is never never really what you want to see. I'm not sure if Sawyer has a way to shuffle his deck. So he's going to flute back the Goten, draw a card, gets another Sensu Bean.
You've won game 1. Judges, there's one gentleman over there.
And he's going to pass. Ready in his 3 energy. 2 yellow, 1 blue. Passes to Jason. Jason drawing for the turn gets a Whisa's Corrosion.
Right there. And in 10 minutes, you'll get the second game.
Doesn't seem to have objection in hand.
Coming.
Okay, Jason playing down a Goten as his energy. Going to attack Zamasu into Goten, forcing Sawyer to use a Bardock to protect it. Then playing out a Grandpa Gohan, swapping into a Goten of his own. I'm imagining he's just going to continue to pressuring Goten into Goten here. I like the position Jason's in here. Look at the top 3. Looks like Whisa's Corrosion and a Trunks, and I can't make out that second card. It looks like he took the Whisa's Corrosion. He did. Okay. Just wanting as much defense as he can. Has 3 Corrosions, 2 Sensu Beans in hand. All right, gets a Trunks off that as well. Another good way to continue to extend his play. Actually, another Whisa's Corrosion, actually. That's the third one. A lot of defense. Zamasu is at 3 life of his own. Switches down to 3. So it's actually tied 3-3. Jason trying to figure out what he wants to do here. He could. Probably going to pass at this point. I don't think he actually might have enough cards in his drop to actually just play the Mass Saiyan, though. That would result in him tapping out, which seems extremely ambitious here. Sorry, he's attacking for 10k. Attacking 10k and 10k. Looking at top 3 cards. Has a Mass Saiyan, a Trunks, and a Videl. Jason deciding to Sensu Bean. So he's going to use the Sensu Bean, readying his yellow energy. And what's really cool about readying this yellow energy here is he can actually put himself in a position where Sawyer might attack with leader first. Attacking 15k and 15k, trying to get Jason down to 2 life. Sawyer playing out another Goten. And he's not. He's going to attack with Goten here. Looks at the top 3. Jason deciding not to negate. And I'm not sure if I agree with this play by Jason. I think if you negate this looks like a very obvious Trunks play to me. It looks like that Sawyer is attacking to ready his blue with Trunks. If you can negate this attack, it would allow your opponent not to be able to get into the combo step and may put him in a weird position. The one thing that you really want to do against these decks in order to hurt that is just try to play it, try to stop them from untapping energy as best you can. And negates go a long way in doing that. And Jason having 3 negates in hand, has 3 blue negates in hand and a yellow negate in hand, definitely could use it this turn to just stop his opponent from really accelerating here. Jason's down to 2 life. Ideally, he wants to be at 1 life. It's really important for him to want to be at 1 life here. If he gets to 1 life, then he gets a lot more out of his awakened ability. On the flip side, Sawyer could pressure with a Champa and try to force Zamasu to have to awaken. We'll see what Sawyer decides to do. Not sure if he runs Chop in the deck. Don't see it in his hand. And here Sawyer's attacking yet again. Gets a Champa off that. He could take the Champa. If I like this, if I'm Sawyer, I like this. You take Champa, you can really pressure your opponent and make him have to awaken. and not get that value off of that other life. But he's not going to. He's going to choose not to take the Champa.
Have an opponent sitting across from you, raise your hand. Congratulations, you won the match.
Started taking some time to think. A lot of combo power in hand, but it really doesn't mean a lot against a Zamasu of 2 life and a lot of cards in deck. So he's going to use the Piccolo, draws another Piccolo off of that, goes up to 20k, and Jason's going to take it, leaving an objection in his life. Going down to 1 life, which is where you want to be as Zamasu. This is almost perfect. It is still 3-1. Sawyer doing a good job managing his life. A lot of SS3s will be doing a lot of damage to themselves still in order to extend their plays, and it looks like Sawyer's going to use Gohan instead of Grandpa Gohan here instead of Bardock's in order to be able to swap, continue to put pressure on his opponent, but put himself in a position where he doesn't have to hurt himself. Because it feels like that's what the Zamasu deck is kind of relying on here. So you're getting the interesting 3 cards in his hand here. An Ape, Bardock Ape, Planet Vegeta, and a Champa. 3 interesting cards here. We'll see what he decides to take. He doesn't have a Bardock in hand, it looks like, so the Ape's probably not going to be necessary. Champa's a little late for that, though it could be decent against Zamasu, making him mill other cards, but I also like the Planet Vegeta play here. And it looks like Sawyer's just going to take the safe pick with the Bardock here, but really no way to play it out. Sawyer taking some time. And he's going to play Sensu Bean here, going to 15k into 15k. And Jason's going to awaken, draw 2 cards, gets what appears to be a Mass Saiyan and a Fu. Looks like Fu is going to be Jason's endgame here, though. Can't imagine him making it to 6 energy, though. Though I can't tell if that's a 10-drop Fu or a 7-drop Fu. So there's the Bardock. Sawyer's going into 2 life. He does have enough energy to be able to combo this into the Ape. Though the Ape will not untap. Sorry, does not have a planet. Attacking 15k into 20k here, and he's going to combo with the Ape going to 25k. Jason taking some time with a whole bunch of cards in hand. Gonna use his Helia, I believe is her name, to stop that. Pretty cool card from the Tournament Power. Got that from his life. Definitely a very interesting card. Not something I expected to see. Here he's gonna search for a swap targets. Probably going for Grandpa Gohan if he has any more in the deck. If not, he'll be forced to take a Bardock. He does have that Grandpa Gohan available. Again, he wants to keep his life, maintain his life here if possible. Jason with an objection in hand and multiple negate. So you're passing the turn. 3 energy, 2 yellow and 1 blue. All right, Jason playing that Goku Black. Not that great when you're at 1 life, as it turns out. See what Jason decides to do with this turn here. Must be really careful. Doesn't want to attack with his leader first if he can help it. Does not want to attack into a Flying Nimbus. We know that that is probably going to be the standout card we see this week. Also has to be careful. Plan 2, he's going to actually play objection here, play down a second energy. Going to choose a Trunks. Give him access to 3 blue and a yellow. And he's going to tap a yellow to play Masayan to kill 2 Gohans. I love that play. Like we talked a lot about after last event is, these Gotens are what extend the plays of these decks, guys. Like I said a little bit about round 1. None of these cards are overtuned by themselves, right? But the fact that Goten can search these cards out and allow you to continue to extend your plays, it was what's broken. So what's going to matter with these matches is if you're able to keep your Gotens on board. If you are, it's going to be really hard to lose. And Masayan is a perfect example of a card that can really pressure these Gotens and get them off the board. So here Jason's attacking 15k and 10k, attacking Zamasu into Goten, going to draw a card off that attack. Yep, draws a card. Jason comboing up quite a bit here. And Sawyer's going to try to combo as well. Trying to protect his ape here. And he's using 2 Piccolos to do so. Jason getting a Gohan into play as well. Still has 2 energy available. We do know he has access to multiple negates in hand and a flying Nimbus. Jason taking some time here. Doesn't know if he should pass or continue to play. It looks like he is going to play out a Gohan and swap into a Goten. And attack 10k into 10k, Goten into Goten. Sawyer's just going to play out a Roshi to counter. Jason's looking at the top 3 here, getting a flying Nimbus and 2 cards I can't quite make out. Jason's going to take the flying Nimbus. Being able to stall Sawyer yet again. Sending the Masayan to the warp and passing with 1 blue open to energy. Which is actually quite a bit. We know he has a Sensu Bean, multiple Sensu Beans actually. So he'll be able to untap that yellow if needed. Also has access to multiple Whis excursions, which means he can negate multiple times. So I can't imagine Jason dying this next turn, but it's possible that Sawyer can put him in a card disadvantage by making him use so many counters that it actually might put him in a situation where he can't win next turn. Let's see what Sawyer decides to do here. He'll probably attack with Goten first. It only makes sense. You want to dig, get your idea of what you want to do. But if Sawyer is greedy and attacks with his leader first, it could spell disaster for his plan. Sawyer swapping into Videl here, which will allow him to charge up his Goten and put pressure on Zamasu. Though if I'm Sawyer, I think I want to play for the long game here. I think I just want to make sure I get his Goten off the board and take it kind of slow. Swapping it to another Goten. Drawing another Nimbus off the Videl effect. Not going to be very beneficial for Sawyer here, but Jason attacking, or sorry, Sawyer taking 15k into Jason's 15k Zamasu. Let's top 3 cards, get 3 doozies here. Unbreakable Goku, Senzu Bean, and Planet Vegeta. Gonna snap take that Planet Vegeta. I like that. It's gonna allow him to pressure with his ape and still use it defensively. Double Striker is very good against the Zamasu deck here, as it allows him to makes him mill 10 cards instead of 5. Jason using that Senzu Bean to go to 20k permanently for the rest of the turn. Sawyer attacking 10k into 20k. Interesting attack by Sawyer. I think, again, trying to get that Goten off the board sounds a little bit more beneficial. Sorry, looking at top 3 card, getting another Bardock, and going to take the Piccolo this time. Though Matt Saiyan might not have been a bad pick too. Could have picked that, wiped his board. What's up, Gravity Boost in the chat? Thank you so much, man. Nice to see you again. Ketnet999. No, I have not. I did not check and see if there's a Bionic Frieza playing, but I'll try to do that for you next round if I remember. See if we can get one on stream for you if there is. Sorry, already having a Mass in hand, so that Piccolo is absolutely the right call. Going to flute back a Goten, draw a card, draws another Flying Nimbus. Sawyer drawing a lot of these Flying Nimbuses here. Again, not the best card against the Zamasu deck. Sawyer's at 2 life. We can take a look at the life cam, guys, if you like. Take a little look at the life cam real quick. We see it 2-1. Jason setting with an objection in life, which is pretty good card to have as your last life. Not needed currently, and not really an impactful card. And Sawyer setting actually 2 pretty powerful cards, an Unbreakable Goku and a Videl in life. Again, very important set of cards. Looks like Sawyer attacked with the Bardock Ape, and it got Whis-Cursion immediately by Jason. So you're trying to find a way to string together these attacks and make it again, sorry, taking some time. A lot of lines of play here. Very, very hard to play against Zamasu as well, guys. Like Jason deciding to negate that attack as well. What's up, Danny? Nice to see you in the chat, my friend. Hope everything's going good. Got David Fujimara in the chat as well. So we have a 25k double strike coming in here. And Jason's going to also negate that as well. That's all of Jason's Whis-Excursions. So you're going to play out the Planet Vegeta, search his deck for a Saiyan. Looks like he's going for that Unbreakable. I like that. It's definitely will help him survive into the next turn. Might get the Ape here too. We'll see. And there's an Unbreakable. Okay. I like that. So we're just preparing his defenses here. He knows he's not going to be able to finish off Zamasu. Zamasu does quite a big deck here. And Sawyer's running out of gas here on his turn. 3 energy. Really no more attackers to be able to untap. Checking out his hand size here. Looks like he might be trying to flute maybe one of those Gotens back. Though I don't mind the idea of maybe trying to flute back that Roshi as well. but we'll see. He's going to choose the goats in here. And Sawyer's passing. Raise 3 energy. Jason drawing an unknown card. Oh, Vegito. Actually, pretty cool card to be drawing here. That can be very frustrating for Sawyer to get through with what he has on board, though. Going to use the 10 cost Fu as energy, giving him a black energy. He's going to attack 15k into Videl, opening himself up to a Flying Nimbus. But I have a feeling this is Jason's plan. I don't think Jason is accidentally attacking into Flying Nimbus. I think he's just trying to get Sawyer to dump 2 cards here. We'll see if Sawyer takes the bait or not. Flying Nimbusing here is pretty valuable. Will he pitch another card? Might just pitch another Flying Nimbus, honestly. Jason drawing a Gohan off of that. And there's the Vegito. I'm going to draw a card with Vegito coming into play. Also gets to attack a 20k into 5k. Videl, trying to get that Videl off the board. I like that. Videl is probably the most threatening card currently to this Vegito, as it can pump up some of these cards that may not be able to pressure Vegito normally. He does have 5 gener. He does. He has 5. He has 5 energy. He has his Goten is his 5th energy. It's off to the side a little bit, but it's his 5th energy. Good eyes, though, Eddie. Good looking out, my friend. Okay, so you're playing out. That's okay, man. It's kind of off to the side. So sorry, you're attacking 10k into 20k here. And this is going to get Flying Nimbus. Pitching a Flying Nimbus. Interesting that Jason would decide to pitch Flying Nimbus to Flying Nimbus, because to me, Flying Nimbus is actually pretty important to Zamasu's strategy. So it seems a little awkward when he has other yellow targets in his hand to pitch to it. This is only going to allow Sawyer to attack with 2 more targets. He can attack with the ape, and his leader probably will be the sequence he takes, but we're not sure yet. We'll see what happens. Sorry, it looks like he is priming his attack with his ape here. 20k into 20k. Jason is tapped out, though. Eddie said, "Hilaire at Pro Play Games Live, Dusty. When will you have the honor of seeing you compete for your invites?" Eddie, I was actually going to play in Gen Con, but honestly, right now I am probably going to commentate nationals. It's not been officially announced or anything like that. Where obviously anything could change. But I was approached quite a long time ago to commentate nationals by Jim. And so I don't want to compete and get my national invite. I mean, I'm not even sure I would qualify anyway. I haven't played in a little while. But I would hate to win and then get a national invite and then not playing the nationals because I would be commentating it. It just seems kind of scummy to do. But if something happens and I'm not able to commentate, I'll try to go to maybe a last minute qualifier and try to get in there and qualify for it. Jason's just going to let that Vegito die. Thank you so much, Eddie. I've only played in 2 events, and I have topped both events. Got 3rd at the Gen Con events, not this year, but last year. All right, Jason drawing another card here. Jason's doing such a good job hiding his cards. I can't see exactly what he's drawing. Takes him up to 6 energy, guys, which actually sets him up for Fu. I think he might actually be able to win this turn. There's the 6 energy. I think Fu's just coming out. No, Goku Black into Fu. Okay, I see what he's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Sawyer looking at this, shuts down almost his entire deck. Blocker is an activated ability, so he cannot activate Blocker. Attacking 30k triple strike, I think. It's actually 40k. I don't think Sawyer has the ability to stop this in hand. He has Mass Sand. He can pay 1. Goes up to 25. He can use that, though. He can actually beat this, I think, guys. He has the energy to stop this, but I don't know if he can stop the Goku Black as well. Though he might have a negate in hand still. I can't see his hand exactly. Yeah, he has plenty of stuff. He can actually... I think he can beat this and then just keep a yellow open for the Nimbus to stop the Goku Black attack. But he actually tapped the yellow there. I actually don't know how much energy the Fu is. I thought it was only 30, but maybe it's 40k? Now he's attacking 25k? Double strike. And I think that's it. Now it's leader attack. Obviously, he doesn't have Champa. He's going to draw a card. That's the turn there, guys. Oh, that's right. He can't negate. You guys are right. You guys are right. I'm sorry. But he did. I think he did. You guys are right. He can't use negate. What am I talking about? Holy crap. I thought he could only not use negate for the original attack. But, no, you guys are 100% right. He can't negate at all. Tell you what, it's been a little while since I've seen negate. It is. It is. Fu is such a good cheat. But I'm pretty sure Jason lost that match. I'm like 99% sure that Jason actually lost that match. I think Sawyer was actually able to just combo up. You can't activate Blocker, no. With Fu's effect, you can't activate effects, and Blocker is an activated skill. All right, guys, I just wanted to double check for you guys just to make sure. I was pretty confident that Sawyer won, and he did. He was able to combo through both attacks and win. I know there was a little bit of confusion in chat, so I just want to make sure I didn't get it wrong, because it's definitely very possible I get it wrong. But no, it was that was the winner. It's a shame, too, because it's such a good finisher, and I love the way that Jason has built the deck. He's built the deck to be able to survive these aggressive strategy of what SS3 wants to do. What did I mess up? Not hit 1? I'm stupid. Okay. Here we go. I like the way he's built this deck. He's built this deck in a really cool way. He's built it to survive until 6 energy and just beat you with Fu. I love that. I think that's so cool. He uses it multiple ways. He uses flying nimbuses, negates, sensu beans to survive the early game, and then he uses that Vegito, which is perfect. He uses that on turn 5. He plays that out, and he's like, listen, I have this out. I'm going to use my Flying Nimbus so you can only attack 3 times. You have to attack in the Vegito at least once. And then my Zamasu's ability is going to let me survive. And then at turn 6, I'm just going to kill you with Fu. I think it's such a good plan and really what we expect from a control type deck, you know. So it's actually really, really cool. Guys, remember, if you have any questions, let me know at ProPlayGameLive in the chats. No, actually, his round 1 opponent, I think, played blue-yellow Harudagon. I think that's what it was. It was actually a sponsored player, too, like a player that's a part of a team as well, and beating him. Yeah, I mean, it's a very good deck. And honestly, I think he lost that game by 5K, I think, 5K or 10K. Very close to beating Sawyer as well. He was a very expert player, very, very good player. Used to be a player on Kitchen Table Meta. Took down the Toledo 1K event the first time it was put on. Just, I mean, a very solid player. So, like I said, was only a couple combo cards away from beating him as well. I'm going to try to get this card up here for you guys. I think it's Fu Shrouded in Mystery. It is 30K. Okay, so I was right. I'm surprised I was right, but I was right. One time. Then I also want to try to get I think her name's Helia. I don't know how to spell her name though. I know she's blue though. See if I can find her here before they start their next match. May actually not be her name at all. Thank you, Eddie. My man, it's Helios. She's actually green. Hey guys, so our players are getting ready to are setting up their life right now. We're gonna switch over to the life cam here and let you guys take a look at their life here before they get started. Some pretty interesting cards on both players' life here. We have on Jason's side actually 2 Gotens, a Flying Nimbus, a Flute. All those cards are pretty insane. Those are all pretty important to what he's trying to do. We also have some other important cards in his life as well. The Vegito is one that, obviously was very important last time, but he only needs one of those cards. But the Flying Nimbus, the Flute, and the 2 Gotens pretty important. Now on Sawyer's side, we see the sideboarded in Ox King, which is actually going to be pretty devastating against what Jason's trying to do, right? Because Jason used Mass Saiyan in order to try to clear out those Gotens, and Ox King is there to protect them, which is super cool. I love that sideboard plan by Sawyer. Very smart. Sawyer does have 2 Sensu Beans in life, and it's up near his top of his life too, which means he won't get those until later in the game. So very, very cool life distribution by our players here. Both players having some pretty key cards in their life. Sorry, down to 5 life already. 5 to 6. Jason's taking the hit, which I think Jason will do quite frequently. Sawyer gonna swap into a Videl early. I like that. Trying to dig through his deck and put some pressure. I think it's important to put as much pressure on Zamasu early as you can. Going to draw with that Videl. Getting a Piccolo, attacking Awakening, drawing Planet Vegeta and Masked Saiyan. Start attacking, drawing with his leader. 15k into 10k here. Jason taking the hit, going to 5 life. It's all tied up here. Well, actually, 4 to 5. It's so funny how fast these players go through the beginning life total. They go through it so quickly. And then the game slows down so fast. Sawyer is probably going to get this Ox King from his life as the next hit comes through. I think I actually see one in his hand as well. But I see no way for him to play it. No trunks or anything like that. Looks like he's going to take the flute off the Goten strike and protect his Goten with the flute for this turn. Drawing a card for the flute. Draws a Champa. Ready his 2 energy and pass. Jason drawing a card for turn. Gets Grandpa Gohan, I believe. Going to play it down immediately as energy. Jason attacking with leader. 10k into 5k. Pressuring this Videl with Zamasu here. And Sawyer's going to Flying Nimbus. Actually pitch a card with it too, pitching the Bardock. Meaning Jason can attack with 1 more card this turn. So going to choose to play Objection. Interesting that Sawyer decides to play Flying Nimbus there. I don't know what Zamasu could have done. I mean, I think maybe at most he would have attacked, maybe played a card and attacked with it. I don't think he can play multiple cards that turn. Maybe a little overzealous on the Flying Nimbus play by Sawyer. All right, Sawyer going to put down a Senzu Bean as his blue energy here. And playing down Grandpa Gohan. Swapping into the Goten that he bounced to his hand previously. Looking at the top 3 here. Another flute, a Trunks. Gonna take that flute. Try to extend his plays here as much as possible. Still attacking 10k into 10k. Jason taking the hit, going to 4. Gonna take that hit and go to 3. 3 to 4. Actually, Jason being behind in life, which is pretty expected here. He wants to get, like I said, to 1 life, guys. If Sawyer can, he would benefit a lot by pressuring Jason at 2 life to make him either dump cards or have to awaken at 2 to prevent the damage. He does have the Chomp in hand to do so. Gonna swap into another Goten here. And it looks like he's going to attack yet again, 10k. Actually, Sawyer going to take, I think he'd 15k into 10k. I like this play by Sawyer, trying to get him to 2 life, and you can pressure with the can pressure with the Champa to put the Zamasu in a weird position. You want him to have to awaken at 2 life if possible. Jason snap taking it, going to 2, and Sawyer's going to attack with leader 15k into 10k here. Looks like he says no to gates. Sawyer going to play out this chomp. I love this play. 25K double strike. At least. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a Piccolo come down right here. Sawyer thinking about it. Is going to use that Piccolo to draw a card. Get some Massaian from it. We'll see what Jason decides to do. He really doesn't want to awaken right now, but he might actually have to. And he does. Awakens, draws 2 cards. Perfect play by Sawyer, trying to get every advantage he can. Gonna ready a yellow here with a Sensu Bean. And use 2 Gohans. Awesome defense by Jason. This is going to allow him to put pressure on Sawyer next turn. Clear up his board and maybe buy himself another turn if possible. Sawyer's passing, readying his 3 energy. And moving on to the next turn. Jason does have an objection in hand. I'm curious to see if he decides to play it this turn. If he has a way to survive, playing this objection might not be the worst play. He can go from 3 to 4 energy here. I'm sorry, actually 5 energy. Yeah, he has to play energy for turn, so he actually goes to 5 energy and can maybe drop the food the next turn. Gonna play Flute. Play out Gohan here. Swap into Goten. It's going to attack Goten and Goten, 10k to 10k. Sawyer going to play out Flying Nimbus. See if he decides to pitch a card here. Looks like he's going to. It being a Planet Vegeta, interesting pitch. Looks like Jason's trying to get a Flying Nimbus of his own off of that Goten swing, but has no yellow energy open to play it. Needs to find a way to either ready this energy. He's going to attack 15k into 10k, attacking Zamasu into Goten here. Draws a card for turn, gets another Flying Nimbus. Does have Sensu Bean in hand, so does have a way to play the Flying Nimbus if needed. Jason going to use the Piccolo to survive, to protect the Goten. Sawyer, knowing how important these Gotens are, attacking 25k, I'm sorry, 15k into 10k here. He's going to get Snap Roshi'd. And it looks like Jason will be playing the objection, setting him up to be able to play the Fu next turn if needed. All right, so you're going to see what he can do his turn here. Has put himself in a pretty good position here. Jason actually playing the masterful objection play here, being able to play yellow down by using the objection energy placement, which is going to allow him to be able to actually play Nimbus this turn if he needs to. Very, very skillful play here, and one that I actually didn't see. Gohan coming down from Sawyer. Looking to be swapped into another Goten almost immediately here. Sawyer is going to buff the Goten by 5k, giving him 15k and drawing him a card. Sawyer seems to be digging for an answer to maybe Nimbus, attacking for 15k into 15k. And Jason is going to just Nimbus. So you're looking at top 3, gets a Champa and 2 mystery cards. Looks like it might be Mass Sand and then something in the middle there. Looks like he's going to take the Champa. I like that. Champa being a very aggressive card against this deck. Let's take a real quick look and see what's in Sawyer's life here. This actually could come into play here. Sawyer sent up 4 cards in life here. Ox King, which isn't going to do a whole bunch for him at this point in the game. A Mafuba, again, not the best card. Sensu Bean and Flute. It depends on which way Sawyer decides to take his life. If he decides to take his life from left to right, which is not what he's been doing throughout the game, getting Sensu Bean in Flute would be great for what he's trying to do if he wants to extend this turn. However, going the other way, it's going to be a little lackluster. Though Mafuba could be good against the Vegito strategy that we see Jason did last game. All right, Mass Sand coming out, choosing a Goten and Gohan going to Warp. Okay, good. He did catch himself. Table Judge caught it. I was going to say something that is very important with Jason. Actually, his game plan comes down to playing Fu. It's important. Gus1313, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it, my friend. Definitely try my best, guys, to give you guys what you guys deserve every time I cast. This is coming in 30k. Or, I'm sorry, actually, I think it's 25k. I think Mass Sand's only 20k. It should be 20 or 30 or 25k with Videl buff. But thank you so much, Gus1313. It really means a lot, my friend. I really try hard for you guys. There's still a lot of things I want to do. You guys deserve these casts. And I hope that I can continue improving the stream each and every cast. In my opinion, Dragon Ball Super is one of the best card games ever made. And you guys deserve a much better cast. Jason running low on cards quick. Doesn't seem to have the Fu in hand either. Fu wasn't in energy. We have Goten Flying Nimbus in energy for Jason. The Flying Nimbus actually might not be the worst grab. So you're out of attacks. I think he can attack with his leader. One thing I love about Zamasu, too, that we don't talk about a whole lot, is Zamasu being one of those decks that is actually pretty hard to play against. You have to do a lot of math. You have to keep track of your opponent's life. You got to keep track of your opponent's deck. Going to draw Trunks off of the Goku attack. Not really going to help him here, as this will be the last attack of Sawyer's turn. Showing why Flying Nimbus is so powerful and so important. Jason simply just discarding Grandpa Gohan to stop the attack. Drawing a card for his turn, readying his 5 energy, getting a Mafuba for the turn. Does have access to Goku Black, which it looks like he's going to actually pay for. I'm not sure if I agree with this play too much from Jason. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't quite see what he's going for here. He can't win off this Goku Black attack.
Reminder, Dragon Ball Super players, side event entries are now open. We have a brand new side event, Deathmatch. That's a 1v1 showdown with any opponent, and you get to win some pretty cool exclusive stuff. You can win the side event playmat, the Frieza playmat.
Jason taking 15,000. There's Flying Nimbus into probably a discard here.
Table, that is where you have all event registrations.
Draws a Goten, only has 3 cards left in hand.
Remember, you must
Jason is not able to find his food this turn, this game.
You may not participate in a side event if you are still active in the main event.
Jason attacking 15K into 10K. I just don't know how Jason lives. There's another Roshi coming down by Sawyer. Jason giving the old pass to Sawyer, which I would say is a pretty good chance being Sawyer's last turn of the game here. Yeah, I don't agree with the Goku Black play, guys. He just kind of hit himself for double strike for nothing, though. I don't know if he was digging for something. I don't know if he was trying to... Maybe he thought he wouldn't be able to. Maybe he thought he wouldn't be able to survive a turn, and he's just showing right now. I'm gonna, find Nimbus Shoe, discard a card. You get 2 more attacks. I don't know if Sawyer has a Champa. Gets another Flying Nimbus off the Goten. Attacking 15K into 15K. Goku Black. And there is the Champa going 25K double strike. If I'm Sawyer, I would flute back one of these Roshis as well. If he can't finish him off, but this is looking like a devastating attack. Sawyer's still sitting at 4 life too. Not even dead to Fu next turn. Actually going to combo with all the food. Okay, nice. Choosing not to combo with one. Going to 25, 30, 35K double strike. Jason going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. Sawyer playing out Mass Saiyan. Choosing not to kill anything, I guess. Maybe he's just that confident, and that's a game.